get them out on track. We'll do
Absolutely.
very short presentation to the great Peter Aylett. Driver introductions and then 40 laps to decide Australia 1.
From pole position tonight is that car as he rolls through the gate. Matt Williams from position number 2, the Queensland champ of Matt Pascoe. The Tasmania 22 will start from position 3 of Callum Walker. Position 4 will be Mick Nicola Jr. Position number 5 will be the Tasmania 6 of Corey Smith. Position 6, the Tasmania 3 of Dave Nichols. Position 7 will be Mick Nicola Sr. And position 8 will be the Queensland 10 of Steve Jordan. Position number 9, defending national champion Darren Kane, and Luke Gunn will be position number 10. Position 11 to Victoria 34, Amy Collins. And position 12 of Steve Latham. Lee Williams will be the next one in position 13, and Zach Pascoe in the Q28. Position number 15 will be the Q18 of Brad Pascoe. Position 16, the New South Wales 23 of Andrew White. Position 17, our B-main winner in the T48, Wayne Dillon. The next car from position number 18 will be the Tasmania 71 of Robert Bird. Position number 19, the Tasmania 61 of Laura Davison. Position 20 will be the Q98 of Michael Halley. The Tasmania 47 of Lucas Dillon will start from position 21. And our final starter in tonight's A-main will be the Tasmania 18 of Dwayne Sunners.
What a cracking field.
And I'm just still watching the last ones come out the gate. As you said, an absolute cracking field. This one brought to us by Gulf Western and Independent Oils.
Drivers, it's time to start your engines.
Love the sound of thunder.
And that means it's time at Latrobe at Gulf Western Independent Oils Raceway, the 50th running of the national title, and it's time to sound the bells.
Ha ha.
Our field all rolls off. All right, folks, come on, turn all them iPhones on, all them torches on your Samsung, and light up your screens. Crank them up. Crank them up. Come on, Tassie. Thank you to all of you, the fans, that have come out to be part of history in the 50th running of the national title. To all the drivers, their crews, their families and friends that have travelled such long distances to be here this weekend. To the entire promotion team here at Latrobe Speedway, and all their efforts to stage such events has been absolutely phenomenal. And to all the officials and volunteers and everyone that's made it possible is absolutely tremendous. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the class of 2022. Can I have some noise?
Does it get better than a four-wide salute from the drivers? That is our way of saying thank you to you, the fans.
Here we go. What a sight. A four-wide salute to you for the 50th running of the National Championship. here at Gulf Western Independent Horse Raceway. Latrobe, Tasmania is the spot. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have one more round of applause?
Yeah, they split formation. Time to grid up. It's all come down to this.
2 years we've waited, Tassie. We've done the Tassie title, we've done the Grand Prix, we've done the Grand National, we've done the Race to the Beach, and now it's the national title.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is time for the 50th running of the National Super Sedan title. Williams and Pascoe on the front row. Harper, Nicola Jr., Corey Smith-Nichols, Nicola Sr., and Steve Jordan, the defending national champion Darren Kane, alongside Luke Gunn, Jamie Collins, Steve Latham, Lee Williams, Zach Pascoe, Pascoe and Andrew White, Wayne Dillon, Robert Bird, Laura Davison, Michael Halley, Luke Dillon, and Dwayne Sunners, your field. Ladies and gentlemen, lights are out. It is time to get after it. The National Super Sedan title at Gulf Western Independent Horse Raceway here in Tassie. The national title is 40 laps, and we are going green. Ripper start by Williams on the inside, but Pascoe rips it around the cushion, and Matt Pascoe will lead down the back straight for the first time. Pascoe impressive past the pit gate. Pretty clean start here in this 40-lap feature race, and it's Pascoe, Williams, Harper in third, Nicola Jr., Corey Smith, then runs in fifth position, and David Nichols moves up to position 6 on the outside. Terrific start in our national title.
Yeah, leader Matt Pascoe and Matt Williams, the two Queenslanders, have just broken away in those crate engine cars. They've got a very handy little buffer back to Callum Harper, and it won't be long. They will be in traffic. Already working lap 3. Another couple of laps. They'll be in a wall of cars. Pascoe is your leader from Matt Williams. Gap back to Callum Harper, Mick Nicola Jr., Corey Smith round out the top 5.
Yeah, outside that it's David Nichols, Nick Gordon, Mick Nicola Sr., Luke Gunn, Steve Latham, Darren Kane finds himself back in P11. Our race leader though, Matt Pascoe, just starting to gap Williams. Third is Harper. Then a good battle going on. Corey Smith closing in on the back of Mick Nicola Jr.
As we pick up Pascoe onto the front straight, he's got a healthy gap there, Rhino.
Yes, indeed. He looks very solid at the moment. He's rolling around. He's got a nice gap, but he starts to see the back markers in front of him. He's coming into traffic. There's 33 laps to run, so 7 down, and look, he's just closed in on the back markers now. Matt Williams, he was pretty close early on, but just dropped off a little. You don't want to burn your car up or yourself up right now. It is a long race, and you need to be decent at the end of the race as well. The rough and ready racetrack, savage cushion out there, and these guys will get tired. Look at Pascoe. Now into lap traffic on the inside of Dwayne Sunners, who does well, holds his line mid-track. Pascoe underneath, and look at Matt Williams now. It's time to shake and bake here as Matt Williams closes up on Pascoe, moves up to the cushion. Pascoe and Williams size up for the lead. A quarter of the way through a national title. Williams upstairs on Pascoe. Oh, let's come together. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 10 10 laps in. And we have a big moment in the motor race here, boys. Wow.
First and second. Oh,
Pretty sure the stewards will love to see a replay on that. No doubt they've got ideas on who was the primary cause. Notice Callum Harper back there in third. Just had a couple of moments with his cushion coming off turn 4.
there was a song once, things that make you go, It's definitely one of those.
Yeah.
And those two Queenslanders, the crate motors, setting a cracking pace. Here we go for those at home. Oh, gee, I tell you what, I'm glad it's not my call. In behind some lap traffic. Our leader and second place car come together out of the turn.
Yeah, we're
Pasco down low.
just seeing this replay.
Williams up high. Oh.
Yeah, tough call being a steward. We've both got our views on it. We both agree.
Yeah, we've got the benefit about being able to see the replay. Our friends at home can also see that. I don't know what your take was, Rhino, what you saw from there, probably not a lot.
We go back a lap, obviously, so we'll be 31 laps remaining in this one. And the grid order will be Matt Pascoe from Matt Williams, Callum Harper.
So they're back in the spots.
Racing incident.
Racing incident, they're going to let them race. Wow, the Mats and the crate. First and second, didn't that get delicious all of a sudden? The thing for Pascoe is he's seen Matt Williams' hand. He threw a Hail Mary on the outside and Matt Williams now knows he's good. He can make it work on the cushion. And Pascoe knows that as well now.
So does Harper, because he was watching.
Yeah, it's a good point. And he's just sitting back going, you go your hardest, you two.
Well,
You go, yeah, Bob Diddley hardest.
he would have had a big grin on his face when he saw them get together.
Yes, indeed. Wow, what a moment in this race.
Compresses the field.
Notice Harper working the wheel, just keeping some heat in those tyres. He knows what he needs.
Yeah, so I've just had confirmation. So the chief steward, both cars were side by side. They looked at multiple camera angles and he couldn't determine who was at fault as when the wheels locked together. So instead of making it a judgment call, he let them race. Here we go, restart time. 31 laps left to run. 9 laps in the books. We took 6 or 7 laps to cap lap traffic, and I'm sure that'll happen again as Pascoe fires off into the distance with Williams behind him. Harper, Nicola Jr.
Oh, Smith went around.
Behind you.
And Dane Sunners is just pointed into the VIP area, the League Jewelers. And middle stage of the race as the national title is back underway.
It certainly is. Pascoe picks up that loop. Williams tried to dive down low. I noticed Callum Harper squaring off turn 4 to try and get some drive, but those crate cars not lacking in any grunt out in front. Pascoe fires it through turn 1 and 2. There's a wall of cars back in the pack with Nicola Jr., Corey Smith, Dave Nichols now going on the hunt, looking for the way past Corey Smith, then Jordan in behind them, working over Mick Nicola Sr. And it's a wall of cars up there on the screen at the moment, firing along that front straight. Here's the battle for the lead though. You've got Matt Williams now right on the back bumper of Pascoe, and this time Williams is trying to get underneath.
28 laps to run in the national title. Pascoe, a 3 times champion. He knows what it takes to win these races. Just opens that gap just a little bit to Williams, who goes super deep into the pit turn. Harper, is he starting to reel them in? Then we go back to Mick Nicola Jr., Corey Smith, Dave Nichols having a good race. Mick Nicola Sr. battling it out with Steve Jordan back there, and that is for positions 7 and 8.
Whipper race, isn't it? Matt Williams right behind Pascoe now. He's just sitting there, waiting, watching. Pascoe, a little crossed up through the turn there, and Williams just sits in the same position. Look at Pascoe, just gets over the cushion and looks what's upstairs. He tried to grab the left rear on the cushion that time, 2, 3 and 4 to pull him around the racetrack. Here they come, 25 laps left to run, and your leaders are catching the lap traffic again. And this is when things heated up before. This is good, he looks really good and can move the car over the racetrack where Matt is locked down on the bottom and got to do it. This is impressive right now as Harper is coming with a wet sail and he wants to buy in.
He certainly loves to buy in late in the race. Not quite half race distance. Matt Pascoe, Matt Williams, Callum Harper. Then we go back to Mick Nicola Jr., Corey Smith, but Harper is still in contention. We lose Laura Davidson with a moment there. She comes back onto track.
Still nothing between Matt Pascoe, who makes a small mistake, allows Williams onto the rear bar of the number 1 car, and Harper trying to get involved as well. Pascoe mid-track, Williams chasing, and right behind them, it is Callum Harper.
Look at Pascoe getting tighter as the race goes on, and then he gets the cushion, and Luke Gunn spins on the main straight here and pulls out in front of our leaders. Here's a big moment as Matt Pascoe's going to duck and weave through the hay diddle. Williams on the bottom and is right behind Pascoe now. This gets to really interesting part of the race here. 19 laps left to run here. 21 down and 19. Pascoe, Williams, Harper, got all of them in front of him as the front two check away again. This is a great race for Pascoe. And Matt Williams, Pascoe on the cushion. Here comes Matt Pascoe on his son Brad. He'll be hoping he just holds his line. He wheels to the outside. Pascoe hits the cushion, the car unsettles a little. And look at Matt Williams right up on the bars. Tips it in, he wants the bottom. And Williams is coming at Pascoe.
He certainly is, and Harper there was stuck in traffic and he's dropped off a couple of seconds. Your leader though, it is still Matt Pascoe. Matt Williams just shadowing his every move. Looking to see where Pascoe goes. He follows him in. This is tidy driving from Matt Williams. He gets balked there by Halley. Is that the gap that Pascoe needs? Keep an eye on Callum Harper. He's back there in third. He is struggling with the traffic, and that's something we don't normally see from Harper.
Race.
Williams goes around in front of the pack.
Lee Williams out of turn number 4. Turns the number 4 machine around.
Wow, that.
16 laps remaining, Rhino.
Well, hard in the mouth kind of stuff for your leaders.
In the Calcutta has just picked up $690 if they had Lee Williams.
Nice.
Well, here we go, folks. 16 laps left to run. Plenty of people tuned in around the world as we get underway with the current Queensland champ, Matt Pascoe, who leads us away once again. Pascoe ahead of Williams, Harper, Nicola Jr. and Corey Smith, your top 5 here. Latham and Nicola Sr. are side by side now. And that's for 7th and 8th in the race. Jamie Collins is 9th and Darren Kane into the top 10 now. But Pascoe just rolling around, pretty comfortable. They will catch lap traffic and will make the end of this race absolutely spicy.
It certainly will. Pascoe there, as you said, just has that little bit of moment when he gets up over the cushion. The pace is electric. So far through the Wiley Tiles pit turn. Williams there with a moment. Harper back there in third, then back to Mick Nicola Jr. Shadowing Harper's every move in fourth, then back to the little fella Corey Smith in the TAS 6. Dave Nichols, Steve Jordan, Steve Latham, Mick Nicola Sr. and Jamie Collins round out the top 10 as we pick up our leading quartet of cars.
Pascoe's opened up a little bit of a break now. It was 1.1 second across the line. That time might not sound much, but it's significant in this race because there's barely been a couple of car lengths for most of it. Williams to Harper. Back to Mick Nicola Jr., who's getting better as the race goes on. Then it's Corey Smith, Dave Nichols, Steve Jordan, Steve Latham, Mick Nicola Sr. But our leaders won't be long. They'll be back into this lap traffic where the fun starts.
Well, Matt Williams and Callum Harper, I reckon, are closing on Matt Pascoe. There's 10 laps left to run. We're three-quarter race distance to the 50th National Super Sedan title. Pascoe catches lap traffic. Williams was closing anyway. Look at Matt Williams, close right up into the back of Matt Pascoe. Pascoe and Williams in lap traffic, 9 laps left to run. Williams down on the bottom. He's right behind Pascoe. Comes up, the leaders on Luke Dillon. Dillon not sure where to go. Harper looks on the inside. He can't find a way past as Williams closes the door. And Pascoe gets a little fresh air to spread the wings once again with 7.5 laps left to run.
It's coming down to the nitty-gritty end of this. There's no doubt about this. This has been a war on wheels. We've got a moment there in the pit turn, but they gather it up nicely. Our leader, Matt Pascoe, he has led them all the merry dance from the get-go. Matt Williams just managed to poke his nose there in front for a short hiatus. But basically, it's all been the Pascoe show at the moment. Now Matt Williams right with him.
With 6 to go, make that 5.5. Matt Williams mounting another charge. Lap traffic not too far ahead. Every time we've got to lap traffic, the pursuing cars have looked very dangerous in the back of Pascoe. 5 to run. We're on the home straight.
Pascoe, Williams, Harper. Big race coming up, big finish for Pascoe, Williams and Harper. Pascoe comes through, they're catching Luke Gunn here, and the leaders are neck and neck with 4 laps remaining. Harper's not out of this as we get in traffic. Williams looks upstairs. Pascoe brilliant off the turn. That time out of turn number 2. Oh, Luke Gunn really crossed up in front of Pascoe. Pascoe slides up the racetrack, loses a bit of momentum. Williams right behind him. This is a terrific race. 3 laps remaining. Pascoe, awesome. Around the outside of Luke Gunn that time. Williams, bangs up with Luke Gunn a little that time. There's 2 laps remaining here. Pascoe, absolutely brilliant. Once again, he's behind Lauren Davison. Matt Williams will need to go here. And he closes up on the back. The white flag comes out. 1 lap remaining in the 50th national title. Here we go. Big finish for Pascoe and Williams. Down the back chute for the final time. Through 3 and 4. Matt Pascoe, Matt Williams, and Matt Pascoe out of turn. Oh my goodness.
Wow. The gap, 0.171 of a second.
Matt Pascoe has just won the national title here at Gulf Western Independent Horse Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, what a finish, and the closest ever finish in 50 years. Give it up for Matt Pascoe.
Well, how was that?
Well, I was heart in my mouth. Come on, folks, put your hands together as he rolls by. I couldn't speak. I went, oh no, there is going to be a monster pile-up across the checkered flag line. 21 out of 22 cars have finished the national title. Pascoe wins again. And what an absolute epic performance. He's got T-shirts for sale at his trailer. Head down and join him. We've got a presentation coming up here on the infield with our 5. Got to go to the scales. We've got donuts from Matt Pascoe. Look at him go to work. Come on, Tassie, make some noise. Ha ha. He's loving that.
Yeah. 4-time champ. Equals the late, great Grenville Anderson. The former defending champ, Darren Kane.
Yeah, it's exceptional. And a great call out to equal those two.
Yeah.
Brad and Zach pull up on the infield as well to congratulate.
What a way to celebrate 50 years of national titles.
Yeah. Ripper job. He climbs from the car. Come on, folks. He's going to get on the roof. Put your hands together for the new national champion, Matt Pascoe.
Don't see him smile that often, but that's a big smile.
Unbelievable. What a fantastic race.
So your top 5 will be Matt Pascoe from Queensland, Matt Williams from Queensland, Callum Harper from Tasmania, Mick Nicola Jr. from Victoria, and Corey Smith rounds out your top 5, and he's also from Tasmania. What a race. And those people at home, the man on screen now, Matt Williams, what a performance from him. Got himself a whole bunch of new fans here in Tassie.
All right, we're going to start with 5th position in the national title. I might grab Guy Thompson real quickly. That was a heck of a race. What a show, Guy.
Pretty hard to beat that one.
Yeah, that was awesome, mate. It was a terrific race, and what amazing 4-time national champion to equal Grenville and Darren Kane. It's an unbelievable weekend, and hats off to you, mate.
Thanks very much. No, it's hats off to Peter Thompson, that does the racetrack, and all the team and the pits, and a great field of cars. To see that there's hardly anybody broken down after 40 hard laps is just fantastic racing. And Super Sedans are definitely top class in Australia, mate.
They are back, there's no question about it. Absolutely phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, 5th place tonight. Put your hands together for Corey Smith. Corey, heck of a job, mate. 5th place in the national title. You'll be pumped.
Yeah, we'll take that. We're very happy. Battled all weekend. Knew where we wanted to be. That was a tough race. Thanks everyone for coming out. Hope we put on a good show. Thanks everyone involved in my car. They know who they are, but I love every bit of support that I get, and hopefully we can keep chugging forward, and hopefully this is just the beginning, and we'll take on a few more of these.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations. Well done. We're going to roll down this way a little bit. We're going to go see 4th place. Ladies and gentlemen, 4th in the national title. Give it up for Mick Nicola Jr. Let's come back here a little bit, mate. We'll get in front of your car. Come over here. Heck of a race, mate. Well done.
Yeah, it sure was. We was hammered down against that cush. I just gave it everything we got, and I'm happy with that. Like throwing it down with these guys, some of the best in the country are here. So yeah, no, it went well.
Awesome job. Massive few weeks on the road. It's a huge effort to come here and do all this deal, and I'm sure you've got plenty of people you need to thank.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to thank Sean Lowe, Al Burkett, PJ Appleton, Potter back at home, Neville, me dad for all his help, my sponsors, Dalson's, Carpet Country, Total Tools. Couldn't do it without those guys, so thanks heaps.
Awesome job. Congratulations, mate. We're going to move to this guy. 3rd place tonight. Put your hands together for Callum Harper. Ripper job, Callum. I know you're probably not the job that you wanted to get done, but it was a heck of a race, and you got to be happy, mate.
Yeah, no, we're always happy to run with these guys here. I done my bit. It's just a bit odd to see the 2 leaders spin out and not one of them go to the rear. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? But anyway, we turned up. We wasn't good enough to beat them tonight, so yeah, the thirds will do.
Absolutely. It was a bizarre moment in the race, and you're sitting in third just watching the leaders go to work. They caught lap traffic and banged together. It was just hectic, and it was like, oh no, crazy. But you would have been thinking, new beauty, here we go.
Well, yeah, the wrong residential address for any of them two to go to the rear. So, but anyway, it is what it is. Play on. If you want to see a one-lane racetrack, come to Latrobe.
Well, Callum Harper is third place in the national title. Second place runner-up. Give it up for Matt Williams. He's pretty humble. He never got a red one, he said. Ripper job. Hey, Matt, heck of a race. Second place, you got to be pumped.
Oh, yeah. Racing against this calibre of drivers, and especially against Matty and that and door to door. I thought I might have got him at the end there, but I'm happy with second. I'm more than happy with second.
It was chaos coming to line. I went, oh no, there's going to be 600 destroyed race cars here on the checkered flag. I had no idea who was going to win. It was crazy. It was a bit bizarre finish.
Yeah, it was, yeah, but like I said, crowd, thanks for everyone that come out. Thanks to Latrobe Speedway for having me and my brother, and thanks to Browns Express, Mum and Dad and me 2 little boys at home and my lovely wife.
Good on you, mate. Absolutely heck of a job to get second in the national title. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Australian champion. How about some noise for Matt Pascoe? Very cool trophies by Down Under Graphics as well. Matt, unbelievable finish, unbelievable race. You now become a 4-time national champion. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Just like to thank Liam. He's put in all the effort the last month, or in the last 6 months, helped me at work, and just can't thank him enough, and all my family and the boys, and my brother. Yeah, just everyone. And Anne's my wife. She's been putting up with me because I haven't even worked haven't been up to the house for ages. So yeah, thank you. And just like to thank all my sponsors: North to West Tyres, Century 21, Paul. They're here this weekend. Proline Plasterboard Contractors. They're here this weekend as well. Ian Botcher himself for supplying me with a motor so we could race this 4 weeks. So now we go home and try and tune her up and see if it goes any better. But Deuce Timber Windows and Doors, Kempe Pipes for rushing in and getting a set of pipes made for it so we can get here as well. Yeah, it's just, here we go. We've got KRE, Powered Air, Nut and Bolt Factory, Fuchs Oils, and Lockie Bins. Yeah, he's the main one. He supplied me the car. So, yeah. But just can't thank all them enough. Like, to have all these people backing you all the time, I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Absolutely. We're standing here and it's spitting to rain. Guy Thompson has got something going on there. What a ripper job. Just called the weather perfect. It was a crazy race. Your car was outstanding on the black, but it certainly, you were walking a fine line on the cushion. You sort of grabbed the cushion a few times and really unsettled the car.
Yeah, I thought they would have been better on the black, but yeah, on the top you just had to follow that fine line, yeah, like you said. And just in the lap traffic, it was just like trying to guess when to go underneath, and then over here with Matt, he almost got me there, and the checkered, it was just like pretty much coming to the line and cars going everywhere, and luckily we got through in the middle.
You just gassed her up and hoped for the best, mate.
No, I didn't. I got eased off, and then I seen Matt go around the outside. I'm like, oh, did he get me?
Well, we all thought that too. I had no idea. So the highlights for the rest will be no commentary because everyone's like, oh, crazy. Excellent race, 50th national title. You're the winner. Absolutely. Super Sedans are back.
Yeah, exactly. Bring on Gimpy next year.
Good on you, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, what an absolutely wonderful event here at Gulf Western Independent Oils Raceway. We'll get our top 5 to come in for some photos here. Well, boys, absolutely wonderful event. Thank you so much for having me. I've had a ball in Tassie. Can't wait to come back.
Absolute pleasure, mate. We enjoyed having you down here. We enjoyed the action that the guys and girls put on. It's been the month of madness, as we call it. It's been an epic month.
Oh, it certainly has. There's no doubt about that. Been amazing. Angry Man Photography will be doing the honours with these amazing photos.
He always does a good job of that. Don't forget, folks, if you are going to hang around, very shortly the pits will be open. You can come in and you can check out the cars, and a lot of the drivers have got merchandise, posters, stickers, etc., etc., etc. And I'm sure some of them are going to be very, very happy to have a chat with anyone who's floating around. Big thank you to Jared Ash and the team from Ash Media and yourself, Rhino. Great call during the race, mate, and I'm sure that we can have a quiet refreshment very shortly.
Oh, that sounds salubrious.
Yes, sir, we will. Absolutely awesome weekend, boys. Thanks very much.
So big thank you to Guy Thompson and his team. If you are going to go home, if you are going to drive home now, you did hear Rhino say it's just spitting to rain. Please drive very, very carefully on the roads. We don't want to see any danger or difficult stuff going on out there. Please take it easy. A massive thank you to everyone who has supported this particular event, the Gold Western and Independent Oils Super Sedan National title.
It has just been amazing.
It
A
has.
culmination of some big planning, some big weeks, and some big, big action.
We've been banging on about this month for a year, and it lived up to every bit of hype we gave it. To the 5 cars and 5 teams down there on the infield, congratulations on putting on a mega show. And to everyone else, thank you very much for your involvement. On behalf of management, that's it from us for now. We'll see you next week.